course, turned a 5-2 lead into an 8-6 loss in one inning there on Tuesday. Brett Myers making his first start since June 27th. Sent down to the minors, back with the big club, and had some trouble finding the strike zone. We've got the ball-strike ratio. Walked Endy Chavez, walks David Wright. So that's 10 balls to 3 strikes. You'd like to have that go the other way, perhaps. Next batter, Carlos Delgado. So now we got the bases loaded on walks. 14-4. Myers walks Carlos Beltran, bringing Endy Chavez. So it's 18 balls, 6 strikes. Mets up 1-0. Myers 20 balls, 9 strikes in the first inning. He was behind 2-0. But his team gets him close, and then in the 5th, they get it tied up. Carlos Ruiz is going to score, and that Jimmy Rollins double to right. Now, John Maine 4-0 all-time against the Phils. He's tied there at 3, but this will help him. Jose Reyes with a pair on. That is a crush job off Ryan Madsen. 11th homer of the season. That'll help Maine get to 5-0 against them all-time, provided they can get out of the 9th, right? 6-3. Here comes Billy Wagner. Tuesday had the MRI in the shoulder. He got in this game, actually hit 97 on the gun, so apparently feeling at least fit for the moment. Shane Victorino, grounder to first. Delgado tosses to Wagner. That'll do it. Wagner pitches a perfect night. Mets win 6-3. Aaron Andrews, discuss, if you would, with Billy Wagner.
They got their skipper back. Bobby Cox, back after his 1-game suspension. Top of the 4th, 2-0 Bravos, 1 on for Kelly Johnson. Ricky Nolasco has been great against everybody but the Braves this season. That's Johnson double, scores Jeff Francoeur, 3-0 Braves. 3 batters later, you see they're calling for the curveball. And Gregor Blanco hits that curveball and singles to center. Nolasco, 5 innings, 5 runs, 8 hits. 2 batters later, Chipper grounds to third. The major league leading average he has dropped to .369, 0 for 2 RBI, strained left hamstring. He'll be reevaluated Friday prior to the start of the Braves series in Philadelphia. Tim Hudson, he too would have to leave. Tightness in his elbow, no runs allowed in 6 innings and 1.
Donning the Milwaukee Blues, they try to catch up with them Cubbies. Bottom 2, 2 outs, no scores. These are his tourists. Taps one back to Sabathia, who grabs it, makes a bad throw over to first. Prince Fielder hustles the bag. Brewers are going to get out of that inning. Top 5, no scores still. J.J. Hardy. We're scoring now. Look at that guy, huh? Hardy's 14th homer of the year. Brewers lead 1-0. Actually, you know what? I bet CC can make that stand up into the 5th. Sabathia gets his tourist to ground out. Ends the inning over there to J.J. Hardy. Sabathia, no-hitter through 5 innings. No-hitter through 5 2/3, and then Brendan Ryan sneaks one by Prince Fielder, who, by the way, is actually CC's body double. Sabathia, 5 2/3 without a hit. He just kept rolling along. Albert Pujols flies out to center to end that inning. Sabathia, strong through 6, strong through 7, strong through 8. Let's go to the 9th, and oh, big fella still in there. Look at the lefty. Bring it to Ryan Ludwig. Sorry, you're done. That's 1 out. Albert Pujols. Now, this is a great hitter, and he just makes him look bad. That's amazing. 2 away. Sabathia going to go the route on 106 pitches. 3 hits, 7 Ks. The Brewers win at 3-0. Troy Glaus will end the game right there. CC now 4-0. That's 1 win for each of the prospects they had to give up. He's living life large in the NFL.
He's back. Alfonso Soriano back after missing nearly 6 weeks with a broken left hand. So how'd he do with a toothpick in his hands? His first at bat leading off, chasing Doug Davis. Soriano at 1 for 5 with an RBI. Hey, Ted Lilly, the pitcher's a hitter. Chops one over. Mark Reynolds a third. That's an RBI, and even earned some extra dough for a Cub fan in the stands. The game was tied at 2. Micah Owings now pitching. Top of the 8th. Cubs up 1, 2 on and 1 out. Giovanni Soto, the RBI single for the All-Star catcher. Snaps an 0 for 21 slump for him. After a Kosuke Fukudome walk to load him, Owings walks Mark DeRosa on 4 straight to bring in another run. Owings gone, a third of an inning, 5 earned. That's hard to do. And then Reed Johnson, get out of town, and he means it. A grand slam. Chicago avoids the sweep. And the Twins, Jorge Posada has decided he's going to rehab the ailing shoulder instead of getting season-ending surgery. If he does come back this season, he won't be as a catcher, he'll be as a DH. His replacement is Jose Molina. There's 1 out, right? He grounds to third. Brendan Harris to Alexi Casilla at 2nd. Hey, I know you don't assume the double play, but the Twins pitcher Glenn Perkins, I could have used a DP there, bro. Come on, help a fella out, will you? Next batter is Justin Christian. Of course, whenever you make that kind of mistake, it always comes back to haunt you. Christian hits one down the line and left. Robinson Cano comes around to score. Ball's bouncing around. Here's Molina waved home. He scores 2. So the Casilla blunder proves costly. And Perkins still showing his frustration as he hits the dugout. Bottom of the 6th, Alex Rodriguez with 2 on. Will the ballpark hold it? Actually, it will. Off the wall, left center. Derek Jeter, Bobby Abreu score. 4-0 Yankees. New York looking like they might never lose again, especially at home. Top of the 8, 5-0. Mike Mussina, 8 innings, 6 hits, no runs, no walks. Struck out 7 Yanks.
A's and Rays, kids like the rhymes and the baseball. All of Tampa and St. Pete agog over the Rays' success. They got a half-game lead there in the AL East. James Shields in the 4th gets Jack Cuss. Emil Brown, no trouble. Carlos Gonzalez. Shields strikes out the side, had 7 strikeouts in this game. Bottom 5, Rays still trailing, though, 2-0. Johnny Gomes says, well, I think we're tied. That's off Greg Smith. It is 2-2. Gomes' 8th of the season. Next batter, Ben Zobrist, deep as well. Solo home run. The Rays take a 3-2 lead after back-to-back dingers by the 8 and 9 hitters in the lineup. Outstanding. Top 9. Rays still lead by 1. Troy Percival needs to get 2 outs. Bobby Crosby there is the last one. Shields improves to 5-1 his last half dozen starts by going 8 1/3. 4-3 is your final.
Well, the Red Sox, they were swept by the Angels, start their trip looking to sweep the Mariners to finish it. Ichiro had an interesting day, let's say, in right field. Here at the top of the 3rd, no score off Felix Hernandez. J.D. Drew hits it to the wall, and Ichiro is there. Very nice leaping catch at the wall. And how often do you see it? Guy makes a great play in right field, and the very next batter, well, it leads to an error in right field. Kevin Youkilis knocks the base hit into right, and Ichiro misplays that.
Can't count the number of times that I see.
It happens all the time. Error charge to Ichiro. Red Sox go up 2-0. Game would go to extras like 11. Here's Jonathan Papelbon. Bottom 11 tied at 3. Kenji Jojima. And Papelbon gets Jojima to ground in the 5-4-3 double play. Unlike the Twins, the Red Sox recognized you could go around the horn. We go to the 12th. Kevin Youkilis, 2 on and 1 out. And Youkilis flies to right center. Willie Bloomquist can't make the play. Jacoby Ellsbury, he'll go to 3rd. Now, the next batter is Mike Lowell, who's been in an offensive slump lately, and maybe he's out of that. Lines a base hit to left. That's going to score a couple. The Mariners did threaten in the bottom of the 12th. Boston hangs on to win.
Rangers, White Sox, Texas, 549 runs, leads the majors, but 2 or less in 4 of their last 5 games. And here they're giving some up. Jim Thome, good wood off Kevin Millwood. 3-run shot, his 526th. What a career that guy's had. 19th of the season, they're up 3-1. Hank Blaylock grounder to Alexi Ramirez. This is phenomenal. He gloves it and just whips it over there. Paul Konerko, who makes the barehanded grab. This is top play number 1. I guarantee it, if it's not, Levy will take another 2 weeks off in protest. But that was phenomenal stuff. Bottom 7, Sox trailing 8-4. Nick Swisher at bat. Home plate umpire Rob Drake calls a strike on Jamie Wright. Swisher not pleased. Ozzie Guillen comes out, and as you might expect from a man who learned his English from John Kruk, he gets thrown away. C.J. Wilson's first pitch in relief to Carlos Quinton, a 3-run homer. So instead of being down 8-7, they are up 10-7 and going to win it 10-8. Indians, Angels under God's own sunshine there in Southern California. John Lackey on the bump. Top 4, we're tied at 2. No, we're not. Ryan Garco misses the rock pile, but it is fair. It is gone. Indians up 4-2. Into the 5th now. Bases are chucked. We're tied at 6. Nobody out. Jeff Mathis. There you see everybody there. And guess what? Everybody can sort of trot home. Mathis is a big swinger. His first career money ball. 8th homer of the season. The Angels lead at 10-6. Mathis. 4 on today. Angels lead 14-11. K-Rod ready to go. Warming up with 2 outs. Remember, he's chasing Bobby Thigpen's 57 saves. That's the record in Major League Baseball. Ben Francisco, 1 hopper. 1 out save for Francisco Rodriguez. He's up to 42. Angels win it 14-11. But usually I just take 25 grand, put it on red. Just, you know, get the juices flowing. Sports Center's top plays. Number 10, Fred comes. Diamondbacks Giovanni Soto lines it right back at Doug Davis. Look out. He's got it. Cubs 110-6.
So if you're feeling lucky, you put it on green, and that would really wow the crowd. UEFA Under-19 Championships off the free kick. Tomas Nasid Look at the header for the goal. However, Germany beats the Czech Republic 2-1. They are headed to the championship.
There aren't a lot of green ones on there, are there?
Sure.
2. Wow. Nice.
Red, black, and a couple of green.
Phillies Mets at number 8, John Maine. Grounder to short. Nice play by Jimmy Rollins. Gets the out at first. Look at Jay roll. Phillies, though, drop this one 6-3.
Rangers and the White Sox. Jermaine Dye shoots a little flare to right. Marlon Byrd coming on. And you know that feels good on the real grass. More from this game coming up later.
Number 6, Nationals Giants. Omar Vizquel grounded to first. Great diving stop by Paul LaDuca. Turn slips to first. Another look there, right? That's a reformed catcher. Excellently done, although the Giants win this contest 6-4.
Looks like I've got all the Anderson sports in the top plays. The Tour de France, 17th stage. Carlos Sastre wins, finishing 2 minutes, 3 seconds ahead of second place.
Yep, they roll that wheel of cheese down a hill, and you got them all. Number 4, Indians Angels, is Drupal Cabrera. Liner towards center. Gary Matthews Jr. makes a fine catch out there. How do you think that felt on the real grass? Probably good.
Good.
Yeah.
It really does.
The Angels win 14-11.
That artificial turf stuff. Rangers, White Sox, Ian Kinsler to right. Jermaine Dye tracks it down, and not so good on the warning track dirt and the rocks there, but he got mostly grass.
Looking for their 8th straight win. Ben Sheets knows the Brewers are trying for their first 4-game sweep in St. Louis in club history. Rick Ankiel, that'll work for an RBI single. Skip Schumacher comes in to score. Cardinals up 1-0. Top 4, 2-1 Brewers down. Ben Sheets at bat, bags full, 2 out. Hits a top play nominee. Why? Because Ryan Ludwig does that. Robbing Sheets. Todd Wellemeyer and the Cardinals get out of that jam. Bottom 4, Wellemeyer at the bat. In the box, Wellemeyer does that. The ball skipping past Corey Hart. Yikes. That's going to roll to the wall. Ludwig comes in to score. The error gives the Cardinals a 3-1 lead. Looking good in St. Louis, right? 7th inning. Kyle McClellan on in relief for the struggling Cards bullpen, facing Corey Hart. 2 on, 1 out, and Hart wants this one back. It's 6-4-3 double play. So McClellan in the pen looking good right there. Gets the job done. To the 9th, it's been a bad week for Ryan Franklin, and Ryan Franklin is about to throw one bad pitch. To Ryan Braun, belting a 2-run homer, and Ryan likes to watch. He's hitting .481 against the Cardinals this year. The Brewers have now won 8 straight.
The action, a game up in the Central, but they've lost 10 in a row to the Marlins, who are a game out in the East, trying to fix that with Carlos Zambrano on the hill. And at the plate, Scott Olsen puts it in a good spot, but Zambrano, the pitcher, guy's a bad ball hitter. Drives it down the line and left. Mark DeRosa scores. Zambrano an RBI double, tied at 2. Still in the 5th. Aramis Ramirez with the base loaded. Again, that was like a pretty good location for that pitch. Not good enough. Ramirez knocks to right. 2-run score. Here's Derek Lee trying to score from first, and I don't think so. Olsen thought he was hitting his spots. Apparently he wasn't. Marlins were down 6-2, top of the 8th. Luis Gonzalez with the bases loaded, lines it to right. Great chance for Florida, but DeRosa goes airborne, makes the diving catch. Still get a sac fly, and there's 2 down. Carlos Marble, the closer, currently for the Cubs, gets Josh Willingham to end the threat. And then in the 9th, bases loaded again. Marble gets Wes Helms with a full count swinging. The Cubs a winner, 6-3. What else is new?
In their starting lineup, a late scratch for being late. More on that in a bit. Oliver Perez has owned the Phils. 0 earned runs in 3 starts against him this year. Scoreless in the first. Perez, talk about owning, he owns Ryan Howard. Perez, a season-high 12 Ks. Howard, get this, just 2 for 22 lifetime against Ollie with 14 Ks. More of Perez dominating the big guy, Ryan Howard. Amazing. Top 7, Phillies still down 1-0 until this man, Jason Worth, muscles it over and out for his 13th of the year. Just the 4th earned run allowed by Perez in his last 4 starts. Perez had a scoreless streak against Philly of 24 1/3 before Worth went deep. Top 8, game still tied at 1 bags full this time. Aaron Heilman in against Worth, and that's the biggest out of the game. Heilman got it. Worth flies out to Beltran, inning over. You know what, lefty batters this season hitting .074 against J.C. Romero. So here he is, an intentional walk to David Wright, put runners on first and second, 2 outs for Carlos Delgado. Delgado doesn't care about stats. He just delivers, and he's done so in July. How about that? 2 runs come in, breaking up a tie game. Delgado gets greedy. He'll be out at third, but the Mets grabbed a 3-1 lead. Delgado hitting .397 in the month of July. Mets bench coming to life with that go-ahead hit by Delgado. Whether it's Reyes or Wright, is it over the top? You be the judge. Top of the ninth, 2 outs, runner on Rollins. He's in. He's pinch hitting. He represents a tying run against Billy Wagner. Forget about it. Billy Wagner gets him to ground out. Back-to-back saves for Wagner. Mets all alone in first. Jerry Manuel is proud of his team bouncing back from Tuesday's debacle. Mets getting set for Friday's showdown at Fenway. The first-place Rays hosted the Royals. There's Matt Garza trying to break a 6-game road losing skid. Ross glowed up the middle off Garza. The throw by B.J. Upton on target, of course, but Alex Gordon is safe at home. You need the replay? Here it is. Gordon running into Navarro's shin guard, beating the tag. Good play. Royals up 2-0. Top 7, 4-0 KC. Navarro. Off of Gil Nash, David De Jesus. This is sweet. You definitely need another look. De Jesus, amazing grab. It's a top play nominee. Even shook out the dirt from his glove. Top 9, 1 out, 1 on. Soria facing Eric Hinsky. Joakim Soria will get a 27 save on the year, and Gil Nash gets the win. The Rays, though, hitting just .91 with runners in scoring position over the last 14. All right, let's do some top plays, Steve, shall we? Brewers-Cardinals. This is a big game. J.J. Hardy up the middle. Adam Kennedy. Come on. That was awesome. But the Cardinals lost 4-3, and now they're 4 out of first. Whatever happened to the Orioles? Blue Jays, Baltimore, sack fly. Matt Stairs tagging from third. Nick Markakis on target. And wow, Stairs is toast. Take another look. Blue Jays, oh, by the way, won the game 7-1, and Roy Halladay won his 12th.
Let's kick it at number 7. West Ham against the MLS All-Stars. Cuauhtemoc Blanco. Great move to get open and unloads for the tremendous shot on goal. Blanco was named the game's MVP.
Number 6, Portugal, Uruguay, FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup. You ever see this? This is good stuff. The free kick from deep in his own end, that would be Magier, skipping across the sand, and he scores. Portugal wins at 6-3, moves into the semis.
Coming in at number 5, back to the ballpark for the Nationals Giants. Rich Aurilia, hard shot to left. Ryan Langerhans, full speed, and the diving grab. A rare highlight for Washington. They lost the game 1-0.
Number 4, Shot Comets. You got to give her credit.
Yeah.
15 years young, Nancy Lieberman, our colleague, did well when she had the opportunity. She knows how to pass. She had 2 assists in the game. Just call her playmaker with a no-look. Sweet stuff. But that's probably the only game she's going to play, right?
Probably, yeah. Can't believe Sokolowski got her the night off. At number 3, first round of the Senior British Open, Craig Stadler on the 123-yard par 3 8th hole. That's a hole-in-one. Stadler wins 123-1 CFL Calgary Stampeders Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Nick Lewis, what a catch! Did you see that? Touchdown!
Nick Lewis, the incredible bobbling catch. You see the concentration and hurdles the defender at the goal line, but Winnipeg won the game.
It's worth waiting for the Nationals and Giants. Tim Redding and the Nats hoping to avoid a sweep. Teams entered the game a combined 41 games under 500. Scoreless. Dave Roberts up the middle, past a diving Christian Guzman. A run scores. Giants up 1-0 in the bottom of the 8th. Top 9. Matt Cain looking for his second career shutout. Guzman, the double. Now, Willie Harris is held up at third, so we got second and third with 1 out. 2 batters later, 2 outs, full count, no worries for Cain, who gets Austin Kearns. Giants win. They're 7-0 against the Nats this year. Compare that to 18 games under 500 against everybody else.